All right, welcome to another Woods Report. Here we are.
Monday, after Veterans Weekend.
Monday. A lot happened the weekend, and a lot happened today.
Bears lost.
Well, the Bears always lose, so
Packers won.
But apparently they better than they've been. I haven't watched them all year. I'm tired of being
that
disappointed.
Game Sunday though was just man.
Oh, you watched it?
I watched it and I was hurt.
How'd they lose by 1 point?
What do you call that when you get a touchdown and then you'll get another point and don't do the kick? That
they went for the extra point.
Yes, and they got it, and you think, okay, my anger with the whole Bears is the group, because I don't know football that much. The players that protects the quarterback.
Yeah, the defense.
They need some help.
You sound like that lady on that joke that I posted.
What?
Get the quarterback. Oh, and why are they doing that? It's only 25 cents. You sound like that lady.
I don't care. I know, because I know what the quarterback does. If homeboy gets the ball, he needs a little bit of time to throw it. He gets the ball and they all on him.
Yeah, we got a good quarterback. They say he just don't
and I love our quarterback because he'll run with it.
They said
I don't have time to throw.
They said they just need to build a team around him now. But Chicago will find a way to mess it up. He'll end up going to another team.
Because I watched 4 other games after that, and they was protecting their quarterback. Their quarterback had time to throw.
They're not going
do his nails.
They're not going
shave.
They're not.
Before he
they're not. They find a way. Chicago finds a way to mess it up every time.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
All right. So that's why I don't even. You guys know I like Tom Brady. So I'm not even gonna.
He won, right?
He always. Well, I can't say he always
they lost
wins,
against somebody. Okay.
But he's gonna. I mean, he's Tom Brady.
We'll see, because he came back. Unfortunately, unlike what his wife wanted. Right.
Yeah.
It was probably more stuff going on in that relationship.
Emerald says my home team is the Seahawks. Talk about disappointment. Oh
no, Bears.
No, y'all not. I don't
know
what
their score is. Because what's his name not on the Seahawks anymore?
Not anymore. No.
Oh yeah.
That's why she's saying
y'all
talk
lost
about disappointment.
Good quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. I know we feel your pain, but nobody feels the pain as the Chicago
we
Bears.
got a good quarterback, but he just needs some more players with him.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Okay.
So let's, it's not a sports. ESPN.
You know what?
I don't want guys tuning in going,
and they'll say they don't know nothing. They don't know jack about sports.
We know enough, but not enough to have a whole conversation about
Unless it's about one of the players.
Joey Nuri says, I also love Tom Brady. Please tell more jokes. I love your jokes. Thank you.
She's a Tom
Joey.
Brady fan.
I love Tom Brady. That's my other husband. And now that he's divorced from Giselle.
And friends with
DeSantis.
Comb over.
All right.
Ex-friends with Como.
No, he's friends with DeSantis now.
Yeah. He didn't kick.
All right. So what's your top story?
The ladies on The View. Whoopi wasn't there today, and Joy wasn't there today. But they got to do politics.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a interview coming on tonight. I'm actually tune in. I want to hear what Pence got to say.
They ran me out of.
You get both sides, and the ladies had. Of course, that's why they.
Even though he forgave him then, now he talking big smack.
That's why they call it The View. Anna was like, it's a little too late and too short, my brother.
Now he want to be like, Trump didn't have any business doing that.
And Sonny said the same thing. She said, he was tapping his right foot. And of course, Sonny going to notice that in the preview of the interview with David Muir. Was it David Muir?
I don't know who.
Tapping his right foot, acting like a robot.
Is a robot.
She wasn't really thrilled about him coming out later now, maybe to sell his book.
That's why. And he may run for president.
But Alyssa. Of course, I understand Alyssa. It's different when, no matter how bad situations are, and if you're working with somebody at a company and the CEO is acting crazy, but yet your director,
the CEO is not trying to kill you.
No. Let me finish what Alyssa was saying. You're gonna know Alyssa's gonna protect. She's going to comment good because she worked with him. She got to know him, his family.
Oh, Pence.
And Pence is a good guy. He seems like a really nice guy, kind of jellyback. I don't know. Too conservative. And maybe that's why he don't want to feel like I got to turn the other cheek. God. I got to turn the other. Man, you almost lost your cheek. That's serious. But one of the things Alyssa said, she got emotional watching him talking a little bit. She's traveled with the man, worked for him for 2 years because she really worked for him, not so much comb over.
Right.
But she said she is happy that she had wrote something in 2021. Republicans must come to grips with the fact that they lost moral high ground as a party.
It's over.
We've accepted as a party, and if you guys are Republican, you can probably agree.
It's over.
Accepted lying to the American public about the election results.
It's over.
We've adopted a win at any cost.
Yeah.
Look at Herschel.
Yeah.
And she said the chickens have come home to roost.
For you to vote for a man, Herschel Walker, if you are a Republican and you in Georgia, for you to not go for in the primaries, get rid of the other guy because you want to put two black guys against each other. That's all it was.
Look.
But the black guy you chose said that, y'all remember, he said something about there's no other, what did he say? America is not better than any other place in the U.S. or something like
Herschel
that.
Herschel said this?
Yeah, what did he say?
I know you can't remember what that man said because
so
he don't even know what he says.
But go ahead, keep going.
But one of the things that Alyssa was saying, she said, we deserve, now this is her opinion, you guys may not agree. She said, we as Republicans, we deserve to get clobbered because we boosted extremists, boosted election deniers. She said, and now she's hoping and praying that this is a moment that the country says, turn the page.
They won't.
On Donald Trump for good. She said she doesn't want to watch a video again of American Vice President talking about how the former president incited a mob against him, chanted to hate on American soil.
Thank you.
That's not who we are. And we just celebrated Veterans Day. Military, fighting for our freedom, fighting with, to hope that we keep this freedom and democracy that we have going on. But if you got your own country, the former president inciting people going, kill Pence.
They went in and said, hang Mike Pence.
Hang Mike. Oh my goodness. So I want to see tonight what he's going to say.
If y'all remember what he said something, he said something about America, and then he said
Herschel.
Yeah, something about it U.S. He didn't know they was the same.
Oh no.
It was something like that.
Like Homeover didn't know Puerto Rico was part of the U.S. So it's that same line of not knowing your country.
He's just stupid. I can't even remember how
I'll give you not knowing politics. But man, you don't even know territories and cities and states. And come on, Herschel.
So why you put them? You playing them or you just going
let's play a little bit of what's going to happen tonight.
Vice President Mike Pence sat down with David Muir for his first network TV interview since the January 6th insurrection, where he's asked about being trapped in the Capitol on a day when rioters were chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." Take a look.
Members were barricaded inside the House chamber. And in the middle of it all, you can see that the president has tweeted. 2:24 p.m., the president tweets, "Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what should have been done."
It angered me. But I turned to my daughter, who was standing nearby, and I said, it doesn't take courage to break the law. It takes courage to uphold the law. I mean, the president's words were reckless. It was clear he decided to be part of the problem.
A lot of other Republicans said.
Why we laughing?
The president's.
Why we laughing?
The president's words were reckless.
That man hurt.
I mean,
that man was hurt.
The man, they stormed. You almost felt like the other guy asked the question. They said, "Hang you,
Mike Pence."
From him.
Hang him.
They went in there to go after you.
Yeah. You have no backbone. You didn't do what you were supposed to do and do this whole, what was the whole thing about the whole returning of the
I turned to my daughter and I said,
when you saw it was a long pause, I think he was trying not to get angry again. He was
turned to my daughter.
His feelings was hurt.
I turned to my daughter and I said, the president's words are reckless. Like that's really what he said. See, that's why he won't be president.
Why?
Because you're a liar.
You don't think he said
There's
that?
no way people are kicking in the door and you turn to your daughter.
I promise you.
And say,
I promise
the president's words are reckless.
I promise you that man said that. I promise you.
And his daughter's like, what?
I've met people like him.
Oh my God.
And you almost want to push buttons to see if they got a pulse because I turned to my daughter.
I said, why they trying to usher you out?
Because we will react totally different, and some other people will react differently. But
I would have been like, "What the heck is going on?"
I think he was truly like that all throughout his 4 years.
So you don't think he's lying? That's why he took a pause to say what he said.
I think he was really angry. He had to probably go and pray. He had to go to prayer meeting that night, Bible study. That man was angry, and he held it inside because he don't want people to see that side of him. He's trying to be Christ-like. He's trying to love his enemy.
That man probably was crying when they got him to the other room. He couldn't believe.
I bet you at home, he was like, honey, I don't understand.
Mother.
That's why he calls himself mother. I know some people like him. I know Christians like him.
Wow.
They really try to live the word when it comes to things being mean to them and done to them. They turn the other cheek.
But see, what he should do,
I think he's too soft, like Jimmy Carter.
I think maybe he's
reminds
waiting.
Me of Jimmy Carter.
Maybe he's waiting till he runs.
Kim.
Because the theatrics have to come out when he runs.
But I don't think they'll come out.
No, when they ask him about that day, he got to really be on the same stage with Trump. And he got to be like, he got to look at him and say, when you ordered those people to come after me.
That hurt me. That really hurt me.
And it's not so much it was me, but my daughter was there. And for you.
Threatened our family.
You threatened our family. You threatened my daughter.
Put us in danger.
And I prayed for you that night.
God doesn't like ugly. Oh, let the Holy Spirit.
And then the camera go to Trump.
You have no.
And then he'll go back to him. Then it'll go back to him. My daughter and wife cried the whole night. Remember the movie It's a Wonderful Life. And he was at the lady and George was in the bar. He said, "My wife cried. Are you George?" Yes. I want to tell you something. My wife cried that whole night
after what you said to her,
and he punched him in the nose.
He's right though. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay.
All right.
But they watch it tonight when you get a chance.
So watch the boring Mike Pence.
If that right foot still pats yourself.
It was boring. He's boring. And I know that interview is going to be boring.
It's so funny because you wanted how we were talking about getting a reaction out of people.
Right.
Out of people. I think they wanted to get a reaction out of Obama.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted to get what you trying to say?
Yeah, they
I'm in charge. But
no,
Obama's not like that. That's not him. So
all right, so Mike Pence on tonight. We'll see how that goes.
Let's go.
All right. What's your next one?
The second one, they talked about Trump's. They made a funny on SNL about Tiffany. She's like kind of like the outcast of the family, or the dark, the what is it, the sheep of the family,
the black sheep of the family.
And when they made a comment to him at the beginning, live from New York on Saturday night, he was like, Tiffany who? They being funny.
Oh.
But she had gotten married this weekend, and they were saying that Ivanka, go ahead and show.
Oh. Before there, Emerald says they wanted to lynch him like an N-word. And Emerald said that fly was boring too. Laugh out loud. The fly at the debate was the most the thing that kept everybody's attention.
Looking at it like, what is it going to do? It's going to crawl.
And they had memes of him. You remember the movie The Fly? Mm-hmm. They had memes of him battling that big giant fly in the movie The Meme.
I know.
And that was the most exciting.
That was the most exciting of that.
All right.
Whole thing.
So here it is. Trump. You said they said something about his daughter.
Tiffany, the picture that was taken.
Okay.
That
at her wedding.
Ivanka took a picture.
Tiffany got married at Mar-a-Lago, and Ivanka posted a photo on Instagram. where she cropped out Don Jr.'s fiancée, Kimberly Guilfoyle, of course. The internet went wild with speculation over this, and she reposted the photo in her stories, which might be a throwaway, and put her back in a frame a few hours later. So we have some theories, I'm sure, at this table. Alyssa, you know both of them.
First of all, she's short, and she has on black.
Alyssa said she must not have read the memo when she said that they were getting married in those colors.
Why would you wear black
in Florida? Why you gonna wear black with even sleeves like you gonna fly away?
And everybody wearing pastel colors, and you wearing black.
And Alyssa said, I would crop her out too. She don't fit my picture scheme, my color scheme.
No.
And then some of the other ladies said, nah, there's more to that. Anna said she did get the memo. She still wore black. Is that how his fiance is? She's got a big mouth.
She's very
vocal,
and he's an idiot. Yeah, so they fit each other.
Sonny says she's not part of the family, and even though she's a fiance, they probably like
they see her. Yeah, she's not, and she was shorter than all of them.
Yeah,
all of the women were tall.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there's some back story to this. They may not really like her.
I don't think Ivanka like her.
I don't think so
She's
either.
Too talkative. And Ivanka, she reminds me of Ivanka recently had lunch with Kim Kardashian.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that.
You said that.
She's still friends with a lot of these girls that are liberal.
Yeah. And even her, with all that's going on with the whole Jewish thing, and her being her husband being Jewish,
and that might be why she had the conversation with her. But the bottom line is, I don't think she likes Kim. We don't know. We don't have no idea.
That's why people are speculating that she cropped her out the picture.
I'm going by what I've known from Ivanka. And I like Ivanka.
I do too.
I never disliked Ivanka.
I did too.
I think a lot of stuff she did was to shield her father.
Yeah.
And to shield the grandfather of her children.
She got
that legacy.
And it was too hard to do that as he did more and more.
She was the one that begged him to call off the January 6th attack.
Thank you.
He wouldn't listen to anybody. And they got on the phone and said, Ivanka, please call your father.
Dad. Yes.
And she called him and said, Dad, this is not the way you want to go down in history.
Thank you. Yes.
And he got on the thing and said, "You guys go home now, whatever." But it's always her that has to talk to him.
It's almost like she has better sense than the father and the brothers.
The boys are idiots.
Oh my goodness, both of them. So even when she was on as one of the judges on his Celebrity Apprentice, you can tell how she flows. And she was very professional, very honest, she seems like a good person. I hate that that's her dad.
I like Ivanka.
You know how you like a kid but don't like the parent? Or like the parent don't like the kid?
Emerald says Ivanka is the son he should have had. Yeah, he thinks that too.
Yes.
He thinks it too because he entrusts her with way more than he does with the boys.
Yes.
But yeah, I like Ivanka. I told you most of the stuff that Trump does, he doesn't believe. He just does it because he plays to an audience.
Yeah,
and she knows that.
She knows that. I know my dad.
She knows
this
that.
One you shouldn't do, Dad. No, Dad.
And he's a narcissist. Yeah, and she knows that.
She knows how to deal with it.
But I like her, and I don't like Kim. I didn't like Kim when she was on Fox.
When she was
Fox
talking
News.
big about even the whole thing with before the election denial.
She's a nut job. When she spoke at the RNC, she's a nut job. She came out yelling on stage, and everybody in the audience was like, "Okay, relax.
Yeah, simmer down.
We're gonna run down and go." And everybody was like, "Okay,
it's not that serious.
Okay, everybody relax."
And
she's out there. She's not his type. We all know his type is what's her name from Danity Kane.
Yes,
a pop star who dresses little or nothing.
Yeah,
who likes to get drunk and have fun. That's his.
Real with this Kim chick
because she fits the what he needs.
She's trying to get in the Trump name.
Yeah,
Trump
she fits what he needs, and I don't think Ivanka like her. So I think
that there was shade there.
I think it was shade, but I also think number one. Also, she wasn't wearing the pastel color.
I know. I'm thinking if you were told what the colors are for Tiffany's wedding, come on, you're gonna come with a black dress.
Yeah,
it's like people showing up with a white one. You got a white dress on with the bride? Really?
Emerald says, I bet in the end she gets all the money. Of course.
Yeah.
And he's gonna tell her to divide it up between the boys. because they're nut jobs. And he's not going to give them anything.
Wow.
He's going to give it to Ivanka.
Yeah.
And he's going to say, give whatever. I'll let you
divvy it out yourself.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
But that man probably going to live to be 100 years old.
You think?
Yeah.
With no hair? He's wearing a wig.
He's going to have a wig. The same comb over wig.
Okay.
They're going to be selling those during Halloween.
Yeah. That's what they talked about. So I just want to throw that out there. Tiffany's wedding.
All right, so since we on the subject, you said Saturday Night Live. They made a comment.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live.
We did do an actual timing.
We did a video, but I didn't really get in the way I wanted to.
Okay.
But Dave Chappelle talks Kanye, anti-Semitism, and Trump in SNL monologue.
And we knew he was going to talk on Kanye. We knew he was going to talk on Kyrie. And we knew he was going to mention a little bit about Herschel.
Emerald says she not going to give him the money. Evil never dies. That's true.
Yeah.
He'll live on forever. But Dave Chappelle addressed several contentious topics in his latest Saturday Night Live monologue, focusing mostly on Kanye West's recent anti-Semitic comments. Oh, hey, Wendy. Wendy says, hello, beautiful stars. In a lengthy stand-up set, Chappelle named checked former President Donald Trump and Senate candidate Herschel Walker, and also may have alluded to the negative reaction to jokes he's made about transgender people. Before he began his routine, he unfolded a small piece of paper and read from it. I denounce anti-Semitism in all its forms, and I stand with my friends in the Jewish community. And that, Kanye, is how you buy yourself some time. On the topic of West, Chappelle said he typically approached the rapper when West was embodied in controversy. Yeah. But this time, that's what he said. I think I'm going to sit this one out.
Wait it out.
Referencing NBA stars suspended by the Brooklyn Nets for comments after sharing a link to an anti-Semitic movie on social media. He said Kanye got in so much trouble, Kyrie got in trouble.
Yes.
And I took that as, you know, in the house, when one kid get hit, everybody gotta get hit
because of that one kid.
If somebody acting up, y'all all in the room, and somebody acting up, you don't even be doing nothing.
Yeah.
And if they come in swinging, everybody got to get hit.
Thank you, because you think all of y'all was there at the same time.
That's what happened to Kyrie.
Trouble happened.
Yep, Kyrie got it. If Kanye wasn't going on, they wouldn't have went so hard on Kyrie.
Thank you.
Chappelle said he could see how West would adopt the delusion that the Jews run show business, saying it's not a crazy thing to think, but it's a crazy thing to say out loud in a climate like this.
Thank you.
He says
everything you think.
I'm not as eloquent, as smart as and to say it in the words that Dave Chappelle says.
Yes.
But if you watch this show, everything Dave Chappelle said on that stage, I have said.
Yes. They even did.
I've said it on this show. I said it's a sense that right now, anti-Semitism is sensitive. You got Jewish people who are very sensitive, same as the Me Too movement, same as the Black Lives Matter movement. But it's the worst time to say stuff like that. But you brought
up a good point with Kanye's other guy that really he likes.
Damon Dash. They ran up on Damon Dash and they said, Damon, have you spoken to him? He said, yeah. You know, Damon got a chip on his shoulder every time somebody come to him. Yeah, I talked to him. What about it? So then it's like he always acts like he's going. He always acts like he got a battle. That's why Kanye gets it from, because he loves Damon Dash.
Okay.
And so he said, well, what do you think about all the stuff he's saying? He said Kanye is bipolar, guys.
Thank you.
He said y'all should be concerned about his health and not so much about what he says. Be concerned about his health.
He's bipolar.
And all of these guys and people who on social media co-signing what Kanye says, are you bipolar?
Thank you.
Do you have a mental condition? Because basically that's pretty much what his friends are saying.
You have to be careful with that.
So if you co-sign somebody that's saying crazy stuff, then you're crazy.
That's why we were concerned when people, we noticed that a lot of people, friends and people in the Black community.
They said nothing.
But Farrakhan had to say something.
Well, you going back to that.
I didn't want him to say anything.
He should have just
said, not a time to co-sign anything or make a comment about someone who's dealing with bipolar issues.
What he should have said, and I said it again, and I'll say it 150 times. I don't care if people agree with me or not. He should have came out and said, I'm praying for my brothers, Kanye and Kyrie. Let's keep them in prayer. Let's uphold them as Black people.
We don't like
Let's
how the
not
media
pile
is
up.
using
Yeah,
them.
I would have rather he went that way.
Yeah.
Let's not pile up on them.
Yeah.
I know Black people, we like to pile up on each other.
Yeah.
Let's let the white media do that. Let's leave it alone.
Right.
Let's not have everything on our timeline.
Exactly.
Be Kanye and
beat
Kyrie.
these brothers down.
Then we would have walked away.
In the
then we would have walked away like, all right, you right.
You right, Farrakhan. You right, man.
But to defend what they say
and use an analogy with slavery and all that. Look, being bipolar.
And then what did I tell you?
He came right back at him.
He came right back and said he didn't agree with what Farrakhan. He didn't like how he painted him.
Thank you.
And so he wanted to have a conversation with him in private. And he loves Farrakhan. Yeah. We from Chicago. Anybody that's from Chicago, we understand. We understand what the Nation of Islam does because they there when the police not there.
Yeah.
And we see them handing out food, and we see them helping single moms and doing things in the community and all of that. So we don't have nothing negative to say about the Nation of Islam or Louis Farrakhan.
I said something negative.
Oh, that he hateful or something.
I didn't mean to say that. I meant that he was being hateful.
That they see him as hateful.
They see him as hateful.
Yeah, not you see him as hateful.
Right.
So we know that. And if I did, I say it. Yeah. But I don't.
That's true.
True.
Okay.
I ain't never scared. But I don't. That's not what I get from him.
Like Dave Chappelle said, don't always say what you think.
Don't always say everything that's in your head.
Thank you.
So Chappelle said he could see how West would adopt that delusion. Mm-hmm. The Jews run show business, saying it's not a crazy thing to think. It's a thing to say outside in a climate like this. Mm-hmm. He went on. I know the Jewish people have been through terrible things all over the world. But you can't blame that on Black Americans. You just can't.
Yeah.
And I take this as, and a lot of Jewish people don't like this, because they felt like he's making light of anti-Semitism. Mm-hmm. And I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. And I kind of agree with what Charlemagne said. Mm-hmm. Instead of this back and forth, you don't understand. You don't make us understand. Have more of that dialogue. Mm-hmm. Why don't you like when we say that? Mm-hmm. Come out with that. I told you what that one Black guy said, and it explained it. What? Because as soon as you start saying they own everything, they control everything, that's the beginning of saying we need to remove them because they own everything.
And that's not good to own everything.
Right. It's almost like somebody telling a woman, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Mm-hmm. And you think, why is she mad? Because I keep saying she's beautiful. That's a positive thing to say. Mm-hmm. But how do you know that when she goes home, maybe the people in her house are like, yeah, everybody thinks you're so beautiful. See, everybody keeps saying you're so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where you think it's positive, but she perceives it as I get backlash every time you say that.
Now they say that I think I'm so beautiful.
Yes.
And I don't. This is some people saying that I am.
Yes. And then I like how he said, just because somebody has a big number, don't mean you in charge. Just like in Ferguson, Black people have the numbers, but we not in charge.
That's how it was in South Africa.
They've been trying to make Jeff Bezos take that movie off of Amazon. Jeff Bezos is not Jewish.
Nah, he probably wouldn't. It wouldn't matter to him.
So how much?
It's about money, I guess.
But how much in charge are you that you can't even make him take something down? That's what he's saying.
Well, he's thinking freedom of this is private company.
Yes.
It's my private company. I want to show it.
In other words, again,
I'm not speaking for negative or not.
I'm not speaking for Dave Chappelle.
Right.
God forbid I'm not. And again, he's not saying everything that's in his head. He's really saying all white men are still in charge. That's pretty much what he's saying. Stop saying Jewish people are in charge. They may have the number, but they still answer to somebody else.
Oh, well,
that's kind of what he's saying.
Everybody pretty much does.
We all answer to it. Yeah. That's why I got pissed off when Kanye said the worst treated group is the straight white man. See, is that the bipolar talking or what is that?
Yeah, that has to be.
Anyway,
I don't know what.
He says, I hope they don't take anything away from me. He said, whoever they are. And that was his thing when he dropped the mic.
Okay.
I hope they don't take this from me, whoever they are. We know who they are.
Yeah.
So stop acting like we don't.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's go back up. Kanye Emerald said Kanye pull his chain out. Oh, that's right. I remember that joke. When he said when Kanye was on Drink Champs, on the first time he was on Dream Champs, he said they was like, "Where your chain at?" Because he's a rapper,
right? He
said billionaires don't wear we don't wear our money on ourselves, and he's absolutely right.
Yeah,
the richest man that you see. You wouldn't even
very common.
Clothing. You probably wouldn't even recognize him if they was in the store.
Gates probably has on a
regular
Walmart shirt or something.
You know, yeah, he's right. And then Dave Chappelle put his chain in, and then after this latest incident, he put his chain back because Kanye not a billionaire no more. And and I'm not listening to you no more about what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, you can't listen.
That's how I took it. Now y'all may have taken it some other way.
The source,
and that's his friend.
Yeah.
That's his friend.
Yeah, because he didn't dog him out.
You know, but that's his friend, and I felt like he treated him with kid gloves.
Yep, very careful.
He treated him with kid gloves. He wasn't mean or anything like that.
No.
So I like what he did. Of course, all the other skits was funny.
It was a good show.
But we have a whole tape that we did on it before this one. Emerald said our Caucasian brothers got it sold up. They always want us to have, nobody can run it without them. Yes. So we all know that, and even women, if you're a woman and you out there, white men control it. That's it. I don't know what Kanye was talking about. And it's not even white men. He's absolutely right when he says white straight men. But I have them pictured a lot different than where he has them.
Because it don't matter.
I don't have them as oppressed like Kanye does.
But regardless of what Kanye say, regardless of what David Chappelle say,
God is in control.
We say
God is in control.
He is the God of all flesh. Whoever's in control.
So quit making videos. It's yours. Quit making videos about who controls.
Yes.
If you're a Christian,
yes,
we know where the control comes from.
Your whole story is different. Your whole mindset should be different as a Christian. Like, I'm going back to Pence. As a Christian,
I
gotta turn the other cheek.
Mr. Pence, what did you think when they was crashing in the window saying "Hang Mike Pence"? Hold on for a second. Now, above all, I'm a Christian.
I was angry,
and so I felt
the word says, "Be angry, but sin not."
I felt like God was in control.
Yes.
And that he was going to find a pathway for me and my daughter out of there.
Because he was going to protect us.
And let's just say, for the sake of argument, that was my time to go. I know where I'm going.
Yes.
Because I've given myself to God. And if that was my time to go, then I'll go.
Yes.
And I wanted the world to know that he went saying, forgive. Forgive Trump.
Forgive them, for they know not what they do.
And
that's what he was thinking.
And I've thought, forgive.
They don't know what they're doing.
Forgive Trump.
Yes.
Because he was wrong.
Your words, and he became an enemy that day, and I felt so bad in my heart. But your word says to love our enemies.
The Bible tells us to love our enemies. And I was talking to Mother this morning before I came and sat down.
Mother.
While she was tying my tie. And Mother told me. And she was straightening my tie. She said, Dad or Father. You go, what do they call him?
I don't know. He calls her mother.
What do they call the husband? Father?
Honey? She probably says honey.
No, it got to be father.
I don't know, because sometimes the women still says honey.
Or dad.
I don't know, because I hear a lot of men do say mother.
As she was straightening my tie.
Oh my goodness.
She told me, when you go out there, remember to spread the love of Jesus and let those people know that you held it together that day.
Yes.
Because you were covered by the blood of Jesus.
Yes.
And that's what you tell them.
And maybe even the words of Michelle Obama, when they go low.
When they go low. I didn't have the courage to say this. I know you guys say I'm courage because I had a lot of courage. One thing I lacked courage in, and I'll straighten it out today.
Yes.
We follow what Michelle Obama said.
Yes.
When they go low, we go high. And I didn't have the courage to say it.
I almost went high with a noose on my neck.
I didn't have the courage to say it then. So when everyone says I have so much courage, I didn't. Because courage would have been to agree with Michelle Obama.
He almost went high with a noose on his neck.
When she said they go low, you go high, she didn't mean hanging.
Right. Oh my God. I just thought of that one.
That was a good one.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you starting to write comedy now.
Every now and then.
Oh, Wendy says Papa.
She calls him Papa.
Oh, my goodness.
They just old.
Wendy says Chappelle was also calling the Jews whiners between the lines. Yeah. He was saying what I said, sensitive.
Yeah.
And then Emerald said, got to get that tell-all. Yeah. And what I was saying, Wendy, I don't know if you was on before, I was saying it's sensitivity right now with them. The same way we was with Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And so, and I agree with what Charlamagne said.
Situation. Oh.
Instead of going back and forth being so sensitive, start vocalizing why you don't like those type of jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they haven't done that yet.
Right.
Instead of saying you don't like what he said and you want to boycott Dave Chappelle, say what it was about the joke that you didn't like.
I think one of the things, though, that we can understand, I know where Charlamagne's coming from, but we've seen it happen in social media for so many years that's been out there, is that even with comb over, you can say something and people will be behind you in a negative way.
Right.
They don't want people with large platforms
to say it.
Making this comment.
Right.
And that was the concern. So Charlamagne, I get what you're saying, but a John Doe down the street or a Jamal whatever down the street, he won't ruffle feathers, but if he has a big platform,
then it's going to ruffle feathers.
Then it's going to ruffle feathers, and now you're going to cause something to happen that could be hurtful.
Right. So that was my thing. That's what they didn't like. That it's a lot of Jews.
Yeah.
When he said that, I've been to Hollywood. There's a lot of Jews. Oh, I mean a lot. And they didn't like that.
But Dave Chappelle can say it because he's funny.
Dave Chappelle can say it because there's no going DEFCON 3 when I wake up in the morning, all this other stuff. Yes. But again, I gave y'all the analogy of calling somebody beautiful and she has to go home and get the backlash from that. Yeah. So that's kind of what they feel like. Him saying that, you just said what everybody's been saying, and we get the backlash every time y'all say that.
Some people want to do something about it because they don't like
so I agree. I can understand they have a high sensitivity about it. I do understand that.
And their synagogue, a lot of the synagogues in Jersey have been marked down and burned up.
And I understand it.
So people are starting to now walk and do stuff to them.
I understand their sensitivity because I understand Black people's sensitivity during the Ferguson and Black Lives Matter, George Floyd. We was hyped up sensitive.
Every cop that was out with his camera, we were watching.
Any cop, even if we saw a cop helping cross kids on the street, we was like, look at him crossing them kids on the street.
Even when they was doing good, we was like, turn it.
Why he over here?
Or Karen's. It was Karen's everywhere.
Why she looking at it? Why you looking at me?
Why you following me around?
And the ladies like, I'm not following you. I was just going to ask you, do you need help? I ask everybody. I don't want you asking me if I need help.
Don't come near me. I don't trust you.
So it was a height sensitivity level there. Yeah. That's where the Jewish people are right now.
Yeah.
It's a height sensitivity, and they're going to be sensitive about anything anybody say.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but they got to keep saying that. They can't just be like, boycott this person. You got to say it. Yeah. Or people going to be like, see, I told y'all, when they don't like you, they shut you down. So they got to start saying something. You got to start speaking it.
Okay.
The way we spoke it about police brutality.
And we're still speaking it.
We still speaking it. Wendy says, but we cannot destroy lives. We don't have that kind of power. That's kind of what Dave was saying. Emerald says, Michelle or Melania, you already know. Yep. Y'all already saw my little thing on Melania stealing all Michelle's jokes.
Oh, stop.
Go back and look at our shorts.
Did y'all watch the special yesterday on with Michelle? That was nice.
Oh, you watched it?
I didn't know Michelle was friends with Spike Lee's wife.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
She was one of the ladies at the table.
Yeah, they friends.
Circle of friendship.
See, you don't know when people be friends with each other.
Know.
See, you could be in there talking about Spike Lee with Michelle Obama.
That's
She
Spike Lee's wife.
Excuse me, I'm best friends with his wife.
Oh. Sorry.
Oh, well, all right.
Okay.
All right, here we go. And remember, Oprah goes on those yachts with the Obamas and stuff. Also, Julia Roberts and all of them. Them yacht buddies, y'all. Always be aware of that.
Out with each other.
Okay. Kyrie.
Okay.
Brooklyn Nets owner shares update after he wife met with Kyrie. Now, remember, we left off on this.
I thought they both
I was
met
saying,
with
I told you the vampire commissioner flew over as a bat and spoke to the owner and straightened it all out.
Vampire.
He straightened it all out.
Okay.
So we thought. The owner came out and said, I met with Kyrie and his family. Remember I told you he brought his family.
The owner and his wife.
He met with Kyrie and his family, and he said he doesn't feel he's anti-Semitic.
In his heart, they didn't feel
he didn't feel it in his heart.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Suspended Brooklyn guard Kyrie Irving and Nets appear to be on a path toward reconciliation, though it remains unclear when the 7-time All-Star will return to the court. Nets owner Joe, I never say his name right, whatever, said he's Asian.
Okay.
That's probably Ta, right? Said Friday that he and his wife Clara spent time with Irvin and his family a day ago and came away from that meeting convinced that Irving does not have an anti-Semitic belief.
Okay. We spent quality time to understand each other, and it's clear to me that Kyrie does not have any beliefs of hate towards Jewish people or any group, Todd tweeted. The Nets and Kyrie, together with the NBA and the NBPA, are working constructively towards a process of forgiveness, healing, and education. It wasn't immediately clear what that might look like, but there may be a resolution soon. The National Basketball Players Association told its members in an email Friday. See, they got to remember the Basketball Players Association is stepping in. Ooh. And they not going to want him jumping through loops and doing all that stuff that they said on that little list of 6 things that he has to do. In my opinion, this is what I think needs to happen. He went and he met with them privately. He posted the thing that he didn't believe, anti-Semitism or whatever like that. I really think he has to do another press conference. Okay, and speak forward. Because writing something and saying something is different in people's eyes. People can think your PR person wrote that. Oh, okay. I don't believe he said that. It's like when Will Smith was reading to the camera. When Will Smith, y'all remember. They felt it wasn't really. And he was reading from a cue card. Yeah. I just want to personally take my time out to apologize to Chris Rock. Yeah. And Chris Rock didn't accept it. He sure didn't. He said that's not genuine. No. I know Will, and that's not genuine. Yeah. So I think what's happening here is there has to be some chatter behind the scenes of people who may have heard him say so. I'm just guessing, y'all. I'm throwing this out here. It's not, I haven't heard this from anybody. These are just my thoughts. And y'all have noticed that a lot of my thoughts come to pass later on, and then it come true. And then y'all have to come back to this channel and go, oh, Kim did say that. Oh, she was saying that. I think that they got word that he has more to do with believing in that film than just posting it. Like maybe he said something to somebody, or maybe his friendships or his acquaintances, you even said that, something along the lines where they're like, it's easy to write that you don't agree with it versus. But you said that he has a history. Well, he's not a history of anti-Semitism. No, a history of being a troublemaker. That's so my other call. The team, let's just say for sake of argument, he does all of the hoops and bounces and jumps and all of that, and does the press thing, like you're saying. His team or the coach can still say, we don't want to play with him no more. That's what I think that's my second theory. You can answer that. She got to answer an important call, y'all. My first theory was, remember, go in your room. Is it there? All right, y'all. We got an important phone call coming in on a move that we getting ready to make. All right. I think the second theory is that they don't want him back. That's it. They don't want him back because last year he cost a lot of games by not doing the COVID vaccine. And then every time there's an issue, they always got to like battle with Kyrie over things. I really think that's what it is, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying here. He's not trying to lose money like Emerald said he's not trying to lose money like Kanye. And Wendy says that is what Farrakhan was talking about, a tap dancing list like he's a slave. It makes my blood boil. I agree with that, y'all. And remember I said that when I first read that list, I said they're going to tell him to walk in the door backwards every time he walks into the stadium. They're going to make that list so ridiculous. See, if he quits, they don't have to pay him out what they owe him. If they let him go, they got to pay him out what they owe him. So what you do is you make the list so ridiculous
so that he has to quit, because there's no way he's going to say yes to all those things. So that's what I think. I think that they gave him this list and they're like, dude, you're not going to do that list. We don't want you back anyway. That's what I think. And I don't think it's the owner, y'all. I think the owner likes him. I don't think the owner would have came out and said that if he didn't like Kyrie. He wants to win. It's about money for him. And Kyrie's a good player. So remember that. Wendy says they already said the team does not want him. Yes. So they did say that. Okay. I didn't know that. I think it's the team. I think it's his team. I think it's his teammates. I think it's somebody on the inside. I think somebody heard something or something. They just see him as trouble. And they want to try to figure out a way to get rid of him. But you can't, because he's part of a league and he's part of a union. And those basketball players are not going to let this sit, because if you do that to him, then they're going to say you're going to do it to any of us. If any of us say something you don't like, the owner can say, it's different with Adidas or Nike or not all of that. It's different with them. Organization or a corporation cannot back you. That's their problem. But if a team says, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, because we don't like what you said, that does set a precedent that if any time I say something you don't like, you got to make me jump through hoops to keep my job. That part, I agree with what you said, Wendy, what Farrakhan said. It's the other part I don't agree with taking up for Kanye and the anti-Semitism and all this other stuff. I don't know. You can't say everything on your head and expect these companies not to drop you. So no, that part I don't agree with. Emerald said, nobody gets between you and your money. I tell my sons this regularly. Yes, because that team, I believe that owner is about money. And that's the bottom line. All right, y'all. She's still on the phone. We're going to go on to Kanye, because I'm on Kanye right now. And y'all know I get bored when I talk about Kanye. I don't know how many of y'all saw the last video with Kanye. Wendy says, how degrading, the nerve. Yes, I agree. Y'all, if y'all didn't see this last video with Kanye, apparently he was going somewhere. He was leaving somewhere. I don't know. But it wasn't like it was a big giant. He wasn't coming out to do a whole big thing. And these cameramans ran up on him. And they was talking about how he was misunderstood. And you know how they always get him going and stuff. And all they got to do is just say, we behind you, Kanye. We believe in you, Kanye. And they know how to get him going. They taking advantage of, in my opinion, of him being bipolar. So Kanye West says his mom was sacrificed in Hollywood. A lot of people come up missing. I kid y'all not. He says Kanye West, otherwise known as Ye, raised quite a few eyebrows with comments he made in a recent clip that's circulating social media. In the video, Ye appears to be chatting with the paparazzi as he ranted about not being able to be controlled like many of the most prominent Black celebrities, ranging from Jay-Z, Beyonce, to LeBron James, Shaq, and Charles Barkley. Notice he only talks about celebrities who spoke out against him. He don't talk about powerful. Where are these other powerful celebrities? It's only the ones that talk about him. It's just like Trump, y'all. That's his dad. He said it's like a father figure to him. But it was Ye's remark about his mother's death being considered a sacrifice that garnered the most attention. The Chicago native explained how in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing, and insinuated that there may be larger forces at play which sacrifice people's family members as a way to keep them in check. Now, I got different reviews back from this, y'all. Some people were saying that, is he saying that he sacrificed his mom? Is that how y'all took it? That Kanye sacrificed his mom so that he can have the money, the billions and all of that? That he was part of that whole ritual thing and now he's coming out to talk about it and nobody wants to hear it? Or is he saying that these people get sacrificed whether you want to or not, and maybe they threaten you behind the scenes, and if you don't listen to them, then things will happen? What is he saying, y'all? What are y'all views on this, or what Kanye said? Wendy says, like I said, I don't believe Farrakhan was really focused on them in the first place. He wanted to make the point of how dare they degrade a black man. I agree. Emerald says I did. So you took it, Emerald, the same way I said, that he sacrificed his mom. According to him, if he's saying what he's saying is true. So if that's the case, let's look at this on both sides. If we believe that Kanye West is having a breakdown, in his bipolar, and he's not telling the truth, and he's just out there, he doesn't really know what he's saying, he's just kind of speaking from what he's hearing all these people with these conspiracy theories, then the answer would be, why are you listening to Kanye? Because he's off his meds, he's bipolar, he's not listening, you know what I'm saying? He's not speaking coherent. Why are you following Kanye and what Kanye says? That's the first way to look at it. The second way to look at it is, what if he's telling the truth in his mind? Or let's just say, for the sake of argument, he's telling the truth. There's this underlying in society where they make you sacrifice your family members. That makes him look worse, in my opinion. That means you sacrificed your mom so that you could have money. So again, why are you following Kanye West? If he would be that devious to do that. There is no circle or anything that anybody can draw to why anybody is following what Kanye West says. Even Damon Dash, his best friend, says he's having issues right now. So I'm tired of these guys on these shows and these people on Facebook and YouTube and all of these keep saying that Kanye's right. Why are you following him? Even if you cut it down both sides, why are you following him? All right, let me see what y'all said. Emerald, Wendy, y'all getting ready to get into what I'm getting ready to talk about. Emerald said they used the morality clause. Yeah, on what's his name? On Kyrie. Emerald said, on Kanye. That could be why, both of them. That's why Adidas is saying they're able to take his stuff and able to kick him out without giving him no money because of there's a morality clause, I believe, in his contract with them. Emerald says she was too old getting all the procedures that she got. Yes. And her doctor, who was here, told her not to get it. And she went overseas and got it. So I don't know what Kanye is saying. If they trying to take his mom out, I would have thought it would have been by her doctor, not her not listening to her doctor. And then the same thing with him making comments about Michael Jordan's dad being sacrificed. Michael Jordan's dad pulled over to the side of the road and went to sleep on the highway in the middle of the night in a country city. And the two boys who ended up robbing him and doing that to him came on later and said that they did it because they didn't know who he was. They just robbed him. They didn't know who it was. It's the guy on the side of the road. So for him to bring up Michael Jordan's dad or Bill Cosby's son, remember Bill Cosby's son was helping a guy with his car. It's so many things that Kanye's just all over the place.
Still talking about Kanye?
Yeah, no, I was off. We was Kyrie when you left.
Oh, what you on him now?
Talking about him doing this with video.
His mom. Okay.
Yeah. So I agree. Nobody told her to get all of that surgery that she got. All right, let's go back up. I did. Emerald said, pay the devil, may your millions. Wait a minute, where we at, y'all? Let me go back up. Your money. They used the morality clause. She was too old. Wendy says, like I said, I don't believe Farrakhan was really focused on them in the thing. Okay, degrading black men. I said that. Emerald says, I did. Emerald said, pay the devil, make your millions. Yes. Wendy says, any black man Farrakhan jumped in for himself. Wendy said, I think that because Kanye has heard those sacrifice stories, we all heard he's thinking that his mother was a sacrifice. They got my mom. That's what I'm saying. But he said to keep you in line. So if they want to keep you in line, then they would tell you, we got your mother to keep you in line. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And his mother didn't just pass away recently. Mm-hmm. So if he was really going to have a meltdown about that, he would have had that years ago. Mm-hmm. Not marry a Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I don't believe that. That's why Damon Dash is saying, y'all, he's having an episode. Yeah, he's not making sense. And then to say that, he's saying Damon, and if you're going to say Beyonce and Jay-Z, Damon Dash is in there.
For what?
Soulja Soul and all of this, because Damon Dash and Jay-Z started off together, and that's how they made money. So you're talking about Damon now then. See, is Dave Chappelle in there too? Your friend? See, he has no
in your soul though.
They've been saying that.
That's sad,
yeah.
Though.
Wendy says any black man, Farrakhan, okay, he had to sacrifice them one thing that meant the most to him. Emerald said now he cray. Emerald without her. Yeah. He paid for everything. Wendy said you missed my comment. Move up. I think because Kanye has heard these sacrifice stories, as we all have, he thinks, oh my God, they got my mom. Yeah.
But your mom made that decision to get that surgery.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying, Wendy. His mom's doctor said don't go.
Yeah, that surgery is not always
and how many people we know go overseas and get plastic surgery and end up passing away
blotched
or blotched.
Yeah, see. Yeah, that's the chance
they tell and cheaper. They want to get it cheaper.
If you go under the 9th, there's always a chance.
But even
for health reasons.
But even if I went with what he said, y'all, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm trying to say what he's saying is true.
Okay.
That there is this underlying society, and they do this and do this. Then that means to me you're worse. Your mother didn't just pass away. She's been gone a long time.
Right.
And you married a Kardashian? And did all this other stuff?
Thank you.
So, I'm sorry.
Okay. You don't get a pass for this.
You don't get a pass. So, that was my thing with him, y'all. Okay. Move on from him. Dolly Parton. Now, we was just talking about Jeff Bezos, who I think is another vampire.
Why?
He looks like
not as bad as the other guy.
Oh, no, the other guy
he's
really looks
like... He's not as pale.
No, the other guy looked like... Well, he has a girlfriend now that keeps him out in the sun. Y'all seen his girlfriend, right? She keeps Lauren Sanchez.
Okay.
Right here. Her name is up there.
Okay.
She keeps him in the sun.
Okay. Keep a little brown.
But he's a vampire, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Dolly Parton receives 100 million Courage and Civility Award from Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez. Dolly Parton is the latest recipient of the Bezos Courage and Civility Award. Jeff Bezos, right here.
Like civil?
Yeah, civil. Jeff Bezos and I are so proud to share that we have a new Bezos Courage and Civility Award winner, a woman who gives with her heart and leads with love and compassion in every aspect of her work.
That's her.
Bezos' longtime partner, Lauren Sanchez. She's not a longtime partner. He ain't been divorced that long.
What's long
Who
time?
is this?
10 years?
Oh, I don't know. Posted on Instagram alongside the video of their speech Friday before awarding the grant to country music legend and longtime philanthropist. We can't wait to see all the good that you're going to do with this $100 million award at Dolly Parton. You see how the media can paint stuff? Mm-hmm. She is not his longtime girlfriend. Y'all remember when he got a divorce, don't y'all? And I think half the money went to his wife, who's a multi-billionaire too.
Yes.
So get out of here with that long time.
Okay.
But she's definitely
been on his arm.
She got him styled up. She got him in the tan, like you said. He's tanned up now.
Okay.
But the thing I love about this, regardless is Jeff Bezos, whatever. I love that people say he runs a sweatshop, Amazon. They've been trying to boycott and start a union and everything for Amazon.
Okay.
But let's say this. I do like the fact that he gave $100 million to Dolly to give to her favorite charity.
And she will do it. She will do it.
I love Dolly Parton.
She has a very sweet spirit, it seems like, about her.
Very sweet spirit. Mm-hmm. And I know she's going to give the money to a lot of organizations that he wouldn't have the foresight to give to.
Yeah.
And she's probably going to give it to a lot of people that don't have anything because she grew up with nothing.
Yes.
So it'll be probably families in need. I'm sure that's the direction she's going to go in.
Okay.
And I love it.
So when he start doing this award?
He must do this award all the time, y'all. We poor, so we don't know nothing about this.
Well,
but isn't that something?
That is sweet. She's deserving of that.
And I'm glad that he's done it. I'm glad. Thank you, Jeff Bezos, and your not long time girlfriend.
He's doing good doing it.
Your girlfriend, though, who is keeping you in check, Lauren Sanchez, for doing this.
That's good if you can make an award and give an award to somebody.
Isn't that something?
That's part of your giving, because you're giving to her, knowing she has a good heart. She's going to give it to do the right thing with it. And I like that.
Let me see. Let's go back. I think Wendy says, I don't believe it, but I think he does. Wendy says his mother also signed herself out of the hospital, early, and had nobody watch her friend. Wasn't in the room. You're right. I remember that.
When she checked out early?
When you come from plastic surgery, something that was as difficult as she went through, you're always supposed to have somebody in the room with you in case you stop breathing or something. Yep. And she checked out early and didn't have the people around her, his family or whatever, around her. See? So that's what I'm saying.
Her doing that was the cause of her.
Early had nobody watching her. Her friend wasn't in the room. He's paranoid. And Wendy says, Dolly's been married her whole life to the same man. And Emerald said, it's about time on him. Yes.
Good.
Yeah, with Jeff Bezos.
So that's a good story. Okay.
Now, Dolly Parton did cheat on her husband, y'all.
She did?
She talked about that.
She had an affair.
Yeah, she had an affair.
Good old Dolly.
Yeah.
Oh, Dolly.
She said she was the one that was, you know how celebrities cheat? And he was a faithful man.
Aww.
He was the faithful spouse. And she was the one out.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, she came clean with it, and hopefully people will learn from it.
Dolly Parton.
Be transparent with your problems.
Dolly Parton, in my opinion, is very transparent.
That's good.
I would hate to come out that she wasn't. When you hate that come out, and we always thought
hurt my heart
that we thought something about Dolly Parton.
I applause like Pence did.
But people who know her,
I'll be so hurt.
People who work with her, people who are around her, she's the same on and off screen. She's Dolly Parton.
Okay.
All right. And she wasn't jealous with Whitney Houston taking that song. And I'll love you. Said she did it better than me. You know how Dolly Parton talks.
Thank you.
Wendy says the doctor says she's probably strangled. If somebody had set her up, she would have lived. Wow.
Oh.
And he's dealing with that, y'all. Can you imagine dealing with that? Your mother probably would have never thought about getting plastic surgery if you wasn't famous. And she was in the limelight. And people commenting about her looks.
Aww.
You see what I'm saying? And it's funny how, look at the pattern, y'all. Notice he's always commenting about people's looks. Always. Always commenting about people's looks.
Okay.
And his mom passed away trying to change hers. Y'all, you see how this all comes in a circle, guys? The woman he married, plastic surgery, Kim, changed her looks. He has to change. Y'all, we got this.
What?
He had every relationship he's in. He goes like he did with Kim. He goes in the closet and he changes. It's like he has to reinvent that person.
Oh,
it's stuck in his head. Reinvent. How do we know that his mom or something didn't come to him and say, "What do you think about me doing this?" And he said, "You could probably do it. You should probably do it.
You should do it."
And that's stuck on him right now.
He's feeling bad because of that.
That's a good one, y'all.
Okay.
Wendy says she wanted to look good because she attended a lot of affairs. With her son. She got a tummy tuck.
She was on the line.
And y'all notice all the comments about weight. Go back and look at his comments that he's made about weight and about women and all of that. It's always something about their looks or their weight and all of that. And look how his mom passed away.
Because of that whole cosmetic
and
thing.
Notice the people he named who are supposedly part of this underworld are people who came out to speak against him. Now all of a sudden Shaq is part of the underworld. And Charles Barkley. How is Charles Barkley part of the underworld? He never won an NBA trophy.
What? He sure has.
You are sorry part of the chapter.
I feel bad for him because he never won a ring.
If Charles
sorry, Charles.
If Charles Barkley is part of this secret society, they owe him.
Yes, they do. But he didn't win a ring. Okay. Oh,
and can somebody tell me what sacrifice did Beyonce? What death came from Beyonce and Jay-Z? Did Beyonce lose anybody that I don't know about?
I don't think so. Nobody.
Her mother, dad's still alive. Her sister,
It was an actual death he's talking about.
Well, he's saying they sacrifice people. So who's the sacrifice? If y'all know, put it in the comments.
The group she sang with?
No, the few like of death. Who's the sacrifice from
like
Beyonce?
His mama was?
Yeah, he named Michael Jordan's father and Bill Cosby's son.
He's bipolar.
No, but if somebody knows, let me know.
Okay, because we don't really him being kind of still.
Who's the death in Beyonce's family and Jay-Z's family that was the sacrifice?
Did she have a miscarriage?
I don't know. Has Beyonce ever talked about that? I don't know. If y'all know, put it in the comment section.
That could be a sacrifice.
Wendy says, I know a lot of strange things going on in the music industry, but I don't know about sacrifices. Yeah. Oh, it's some crazy stuff going on in the music industry. We don't even want to talk about that.
Wow.
Okay. Just quick. Takeoff's funeral was this weekend.
Another one, right? Didn't he have a private one?
He had two. He had a private one and then he had the public one.
Okay.
So that was basically it. Offset spoke. He broke down crying while he was talking. I think he was supposed to do the prayer. Quavo talked about how they grew up together, and they was near the same age. Mm-hmm. So that was like his running partner. They had, and his sister was up there with him. So I said that to say that gets rid of the rumor that the family was blaming Quavo. Oh, because Quavo was up there with his sister.
Okay,
Takeoff's mom.
Yeah,
and she was with them
to show that
like I love my brother. That's
support.
It's nobody's. It's a senseless death, like this thing says.
Yeah, he was
Drake spoke
at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Drake spoke.
Okay.
Chloe Bailey song.
Yeah,
a Beyonce
I heard
song.
She sung. Okay.
So that was that main thing. Wendy says Aaliyah. Natural talent. Yeah, Aaliyah, Juicy Meop says Aaliyah. Oh, you think Aaliyah was probably sacrificed. They probably think Aaliyah was, maybe for, Jay-Z. Is that what you're saying, Juicy? Jay-Z was in love with Aaliyah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Is that what you're saying, Juicy? Okay, that's Jay-Z.
Was he with her before she
passed? He was doing,
Okay.
Dame Dash was with her. Remember Dame Dash dated Aaliyah. Mm-hmm. And Jay-Z loved her too.
After him?
Before, I believe.
Before? Okay.
Dame Dash was after, and then after R. Kelly was first.
Oh.
And then we know that Jay-Z loved her, and we know that Dame Dash actually dated her. Natural talent, Aaliyah, her close friend, just guessing. Emerald said, yes, I agree. Juicy said yes. So Daddy, I am on there. So it's Jay-Z. That's why Juicy said Jay-Z. So somebody tell me Beyonce's. Who was Beyonce's sacrifice? That's Jay-Z.
Are we really trying to figure out?
We have to, because are we really being serious about his words and because he could literally be saying something. You're right.
Because he had that moment.
You're right. So, all right.
But if it obviously comes to you, then okay. But if you got to figure things out, then you're trying to figure his mind out.
Yeah. Mm-mm. All right. But if anybody knows Beyonce's, I like to know that one too.
Okay.
Didn't think about the Aaliyah one. And see, also you got to think whether it's true or not. He believes it's true.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
I see. You trying
he could be thinking Aaliyah was taken from you because you didn't want to fall into place.
And understand this, because I've known people who have bipolar. It's trying to get into the mind, and it's like a puzzle.
Yeah, it is.
It is like one of those, like, figure it out.
Yeah.
Move this over here.
And Dame Dash.
Oh, that's what they mean.
And Dame Dash said he's not sleeping either. But on the same way, Juicy, I could turn and say, Kanye could come out tomorrow or tonight and say, Dame Dash, Aaliyah was taken from you. See what I'm saying? So we don't know. And R. Kelly didn't get into place. That's why he in jail right now.
Because what's going on in Kanye's head is a whole bunch of stuff, like you're saying, mixtures and things, and stuff that he knows about.
Wendy says DMX used to see Aaliyah. Yeah, he did too. Well, I know he liked her. Yeah. Okay. It was a lot of them that liked her or might have dated. You know what I'm saying? Like went out or dated or whatever. Mm-hmm. But the ones that like really was boyfriend, girlfriend was Jailman. R. Kelly, Dame Dash, and who was the last one, y'all? You know who I'm talking about. Who is Aaliyah's last boyfriend? Was it Dame Dash?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay.
Juicy said that's true. Look up and see who was Aaliyah's last boyfriend. I don't believe it was Dame Dash. If it was, let me know. Nas' LA house was burglarized as he celebrates King's Disease 3 in New York. He has a new release album coming out.
Oh, okay. Nas's
Calabasas home was burglarized over the weekend with a pair of bandits breaking into the residence and making off with a handful of rappers' valuables. Oh. According to TMZ, the incident occurred on Saturday evening, November 12th, around 8:30, while the 49-year-old was in New York celebrating the release of his 16th studio album, King's Disease 3.
He must have been targeted.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, it is too many celebrities getting robbed.
Yeah.
This is inside jobs.
It got to be, because they got good security.
And they know when the person is gone.
Yeah.
The intruders gained entry to the premises by busting through a rear door of the property, causing a considerable amount of damage to the home and reportedly making off with 2 bags worth of items belonging to the Grammy Award winner. The suspects were spotted on Ring camera by members of Nas' team who alerted authorities of the ongoing burglary. See, why is nobody there?
Like you said, it could be inside.
That's why I think it's inside.
The guys that hang with him.
That's why I think so.
You never know.
Juicy says Jay-Z. Emerald says R. Kelly got away with a lot of who he sacrificed. Him. They could say he sacrificed himself. Mm-hmm. Wendy says, looked it up. It was Damon Dash. Okay. So that was her last boyfriend then. I didn't know if it was Damon Dash or not. Okay. So that was his sacrifice then. If Damon is in that, included in that. But somebody look up Beyonce. Who's Beyonce's sacrifice? We're trying to get into the world of Kanye West here.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
It may be hard to do.
But anyway, that was Nas. Nas got robbed. And sad. I just said all that to say it was an inside job.
Wow. And what they going to do with the stuff they stole?
And then I'm mentioning this. Y'all heard about the shootings today, right? Suspect in custody. They found a suspect.
Okay.
Charged with, after 3 football players, on campus.
What was his reason? They have a motive? 3
members of the University of Virginia football team were fatally, and 2 other students were injured at a parking garage on campus late Sunday. University of Virginia officials said in an outburst of violence that has set off an intense manhunt in and around Charlottesville for a suspect police described as armed and dangerous. He was captured Monday morning.
They're going to knock his head
So I just wanted to mention the fact that they captured him. Can you imagine that? And can you imagine sending your child to school? They probably had football scholarships.
And fatally being injured. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Oh, they got to find out what was his reason.
What's the motive?
Yeah, thank you. And we don't like anything happening on campus and schools. Students.
And then last but not least, your donkey of the day.
Okay, I'm glad I'm back.
Charlemagne's donkey of the day on the Breakfast Club. Mm-hmm. Local man indicted for over $170 million in tax fraud. On November 8th, the U.S. Attorney for Florida's Middle District recently indicted Matthew Walker Meredith of St. Petersburg for requesting over $170 million in fraudulent tax refunds. According to the indictment, Meredith, 39, submitted 5 claims between August 2019 and February 2020 while on, listen to this, supervised release from prison.
He was in prison before.
And he was on supervised release. In November 2019, the IRS issued him a refund check for $6.4 million. Meredith, who now faces 75 years in federal prison, bought several luxury vehicles and a waterfront St. Petersburg mansion with the money. I love how Charlemagne said he was on work release, number 1.
Yeah.
So he wasn't even, he's a guy that already got a record. So they're going to be watching your tax returns more than anybody else.
Yes.
Number 2, why would you think you can put 5 claims that total $170 million and not think it's going to set a red flag up?
Maybe he's bipolar. Something has to be wrong with his head. Think about it. Oh my goodness.
So he gave him Donkey of the Day.
Yes, buddy. He is truly one.
Let's end with this. Wendy said Beyonce photographer died of throat cancer. Beyonce's tour photographer, Yasre, dies from cancer. Emerald Queen Malone said, my high school just had its first shooting. Wow.
That's not good. High school? Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Any kind of shooting. I know that my old high school has burglar alarm. I mean, not burglar alarm. Gun, what do you call those that catches your gun?
We didn't grow up in
metal
a good area.
detectors.
We didn't grow up in a good area, Emerald. We had plenty.
We didn't have that when I went to school, but it's now.
Yeah, we had plenty.
Metal
of
detectors in the main entrance of the school.
Yeah, we always had. We've always been like in the hood.
Maybe every school needs to have one. I don't know. High school.
And when people leave, they do it outside, running people home and stuff.
Yeah, in the
with
parking
guns
lots and stuff.
Remember I ain't gonna say the name, but that gang, the Kingsman, whatever, ran him home. Mm-hmm. So we've been having stuff like that. Okay. All right, y'all. So that was it. That was your donkey of the day.
That's a real donkey.
So yeah, guys, that was it.
He needs to stay in prison.
I know.
He likes that luxury lifestyle where he's even mentally takes a chance on to get it, keep getting it.
But to think that nobody would notice $170 million.
That's why I'm saying something's not right with him. Something's not right. That can't be a normal mind that thinks that. One maybe, but not 5.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, y'all. That was it. So that was a lot, wasn't it, to get today?
Y'all talked a lot while I was gone.
Yeah, we did.
I was on the phone over 9 minutes.
Yeah, so I'm going to find out what you was talking about. Is it good or bad?
It's okay. I just have more work to do.
Oh. Where's Mom? Wendy says, where's Mom? Oh, she's in her room.
Mom says, thank you, Wendy.
Again, thank you for the gift.
You her adopted daughter?
Adopted daughter. Oh. And I told her that Wendy sent pictures of her son and told her to go to her Facebook page.
Yep.
So that's all you guys. Everybody, y'all all family. Mm-hmm. Not everybody. If I weed some of y'all out, don't. But so far, everybody's cool. That's been talking.
There's been some people who didn't like our one joke.
There's people who don't like a lot of jokes.
I got that joke from Joel Osteen.
It's a lot of people who don't like
it. And if they don't like it, then I'm sure they wrote Joel Osteen about it.
Yeah, they don't like a lot of jokes.
It's just stupid.
People, you can say anything. You can say
Jesus always starts his sermons.
You can say Jesus loves the little children.
But he don't love the adults.
He don't love adults. Why you just say it don't matter.
Oh God.
All right, y'all. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And follow our page of gifts on Facebook.
Always.
She always got her finger up. And it's in the description, our page on Facebook. And always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See you later. See y'all tomorrow, hopefully. And God say the same.
People will always say that.
God says the same.
Because
Because if you don't, know that I love you. Y'all could play this over and over again. Kim don't make it. I love y'all. All right. See you later.
Okay.